Go ahead, Alan.
I have an answer what they can do to determine whether the coin should come and advise them. They could do is that they can have a person who's a mumcha, not a coin, because only a coin can make it tsaras or not. They can have come in and look at a mumcha can look into and take that the idea, go to the coin and tell him his opinion, and then if he thinks that it is tsaras, not to say to the coin not, and he won't come to look at it. So in other words, it's only the Kohen has the right to say yes or no, but it doesn't mean that a person who's not a Kohen could be a mumcha and can determine. So he just gives the answer to the Kohen of what to do. And then if he, according to his opinion, if he thinks that it's not saras, then he can tell the Kohen, then the Kohen can just to go with it.
Yeah, but we don't need a mumcha. What the point of this halacha is, let's say you as a balabos see a nega, and you tell the kohen. The din is the kohen doesn't have to come to look at it.
I know, but we want to if we want to go and continue the process, let's say to speed it up or to determine or with a house or something like that. So
we're talking about if it's a chassan or if it's rantif,
he doesn't have to.
The kohen doesn't have to come. Now, according to this approach of how they learn the machlokas, if it's only a dvar rishus, not a chassan, not rantif, the kohen would have to come. That's the machlokas between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi.
By the way,
he doesn't have to give an opinion, but he doesn't have to come. He still doesn't have to come.
He has to come and give an opinion.
If it's a parashus,
according to Rabbi Yehuda, yes, Walter.
You could apply this to COVID. What happens if a chosed is getting married, right?
Yes.
And he thinks he has COVID. So what do you have to do? So you have to go make a test. And the fee, what we just said by the Kohen, by Tzaras, yes. you would just have to ask. That's it. Right? You wouldn't have to make a test.
The Indian by COVID though is the danger. Let's say his wife, the future wife, never had COVID. So
yeah, that danger. But Tzaras, there's no danger.
Tzaras, there's no danger.
Okay,
but that's the machlokas between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi. However, how come Rabbi Yehuda doesn't learn it from the bias? May also look at the chidushu. The whole din of nega b'bayis is a novel halacha. Normally, eitzim are not metame, and in other dinei Torah. But all of a sudden here it's metame, so we can't learn. V'hacha metamu here by tzaras, it is tame by eitzim and avonim. Rabbi Amar Yitzrich. Rabbi says, you know what? We have to have the pasuk of Yom Hera Osbo, and then you also have the pasuk of Vitziva Kohen. Why? Because Rachman of Yom Hera Osbo. Having Ledvar Mitzvah and Ledvar Rishus Lo. Rabbi said you would have thought then that the coin has the choice only by Dvar Mitzvah, but Dvar Rishus no, because Rachman of Tzivah coin in either case. Because Rachman of Tzivah coin Avamina Hani in the left to pay the gufe. It's only by bias because there's no intrinsic tuma. Aval tuma the gufe of your body, he'd have to see it no matter what. So Rabbi needs to learn from both psukim. Omar Mar. Yesh yom shaterobo, yesh yom shaterobo. My mashma. How do you see that concept from the pasuk? Omar Bayim came lichtav rachmana b'yom. My uviyom shma mina. Yesh yom shaterobo, yesh yom shaterobo. That you can choose. Rav Amar Kula Kroyasei. It's all an extra pasuk. The im came lichtav rachmana. You don't need uviyom. You could just say uvehiraos. My uviyom. Shma mino yesh yom shatarobo v'yesh yom shatarobo. V'abaya u'maboyle bayom v'lo balayla. Abai says you can't use the limud of uviyom to teach me that the Kohen has a choice, because you need uviyom to teach you that a Kohen can only view the nega at daytime, not at night. The Rava bayom v'lo balayla minole. So Rava, who does use the limud, where does he learn the din that a kohen can only see the nega in the daytime? Nafkale milachol mara eine hakohen. Well, the kohen has to see, he has to be in the daytime. So what does Abaya do with that pasuk? A person blind in one eye cannot, eine is plural, so it doesn't fulfill both eyes, and therefore would be exempt from viewing a nega. How can Rava use that? To teach me bayom v'lo b'layla. He needs it for the same halacha of Abaya l'mayit suma b'achas meina. Or is it chanami? You're correct. So ela bayom v'lo b'layla minalo. Nafkalei kenega nira liba boys. It says a nega was seen by me. Li v'lo ori. I don't need a candle. I could see it directly through sunlight. Abai says I can't learn from there because otherwise I have a minana mili tuma de lav de gufe. That's only tuma that doesn't emanate from a person's body, like a tuma of a bias. Aval tuma de gufe. Maybe I feel a little oronami. Maybe he could use a candle. Mashmallah that no. The viewing of a nega has to be in daylight. The Rambam says, "Ein roy negoyim ela b'yom." Bein lahazgir, bein lahachlit, bein liftot, no matter what. Kohen shu suma bachas me'enav, eno kosher liros esanagoyim. He's not kosher either. Mishnah. V'od amar Rav Meir, another kula in the dine of Chol HaMoed, malaket adam atzmo aviv, atzmos aviv v'imo. There was a minig in that time. Let's say they were traveling somewhere, and all of a sudden one of his parents passed away. Nishtagadat. And they buried him in that location, in a temporary location. Then they would wait after the flesh deteriorated from the bones. Then they would gather the bones and bring it to the family ancestral plot where the whole family is buried. So malaked adam atzmos aviv imo. An Chol HaMoed, mibnei shesimcha hilo. The fact that he was zoicha to bring it to Kever Avosav is a zchus. And he's happy. Rabbi Yossi Omer Evel Hulo. No, he's not allowed to do it because it's going to create avelis, and that you can't have avelis during Chol HaMoed. Lo yo'or adam al meso. You shouldn't call for a hesped, lo hespidenu kodem regel shloshim yom. No hespedim 30 days prior to Yontiv. The day that you move the bones of your parents, you're in Ovel the whole day. But by nightfall, that's it. So the Mishnah says it's a simcha for him. This price says it's not. And Omer Rav Chizra afilu tzorin lo atzamas bistino, even though they're gathered somewhere in a valise, when you bury them, you're in Avil that day, so it's not simcha. Omer Rabbi Ema b'neisha simcha saregel olam. You know what? You're allowed to do it because since he's happy on Chol HaMoed, the avelis regarding the gathering of the atzamas is not recognizable for him. Sort of, there's bittul. The simcha of the yontiv is mavatel that tsar, and therefore he's not in so much pain. V'lo ya'arer al meso, my lo ya'arer, what does that mean? Amarav, kadhoder sabdana b'marav amri yivkun imei komrei libit. Gather, the eulogizer would gather people and say, everybody come and cry with us regarding the bitterness of our heart. Person gathered money. He lived far away. He was gathering money to make aliyah for Yontif. A eulogizer came and stood on his door. When the Taltan Ishto Nasanlo, the wife gave the Saftan all the money v'nimna v'lo, and it prevented him from making aliyah l'regel. Bosa sha'an lo yor al mesav le'es bin kodem l'regel shoshim yom. So that's when they made this takana of no 30 days. Okay, we'll stop here.
But we don't hold from that takana. Ernie,
Yes.
we don't hold from that takana and 30 days.